Trees are an essential part of cities all over the world, and they play some very key roles, especially in Philadelphia. I wanted to bring attention to trees, which I feel are an incredibly important part of Philadelphia that is often overlooked because of how used to them we have become. I built Trees at Philly to highlight this and to encourage users to learn, explore, and share information about the trees that surround them every day in our city. Users can learn about how trees contribute to the environment, how they absorb carbon dioxide and improve air quality, how they improve our daily lives and make the city a more comfortable place to live, and dangers that they face every day. Furthermore, users can learn about places in Philadelphia that they can explore to see the beauty of trees. However, I want my users to realize that you don't have to go to a large garden to appreciate trees firsthand. With Trees at Philly, you can just step right outside to begin learning. Let's do that right now.
I'm at a college campus near my school and I found a tree that looks interesting. I'd like to learn more about this tree and do some research. Thankfully, Trees at Philly allows me to do this very easily. All I need is a leaf from the tree, my phone with Trees at Philly open, and a sheet of printing paper. I just have to open my sheet of printing paper up, lay my leaf on top of it, and use my phone to take a picture.
At the Identify page, I just have to click Identify and use the picture of my leaf. Just wait a few seconds and there we go. Trees at Philly navigated to the directory and went right to the tree I just identified. Note that the information in each entry is not extensive. The directory's goal is not to provide you with all the information you need, but instead give you a place to start your own research. In fact, the most important piece of information here is the name of the tree, because that allows you to use the entire internet to learn as much as you want.
I've spent the past hour and a half researching about my tree, and I've learned a lot. I think I'm done now, but I'd like to do one last thing before I go home. I want to give back to my community with what I've learned, and let others share the same experiences that I did today.
I can navigate to locate a tree to find a list of locations in Philadelphia of where to find various species. This page allows me to continue exploring and find trees that others think are interesting. The great thing about this page is that it isn't auto-generated and the information wasn't found on the internet. In fact, all of these entries were made by users of Trees at Philly who found a cool tree just like me and wanted to give back to the community, and I can do the same. I can click a plus icon on the bottom left of my screen, input information about the species of my tree, its location, and add a small note about what I learned. And there we go. Now somebody else can use our information to further their own research. I had three main goals in mind when designing and building Trees at Philly. I wanted a website that focused on a topic in Philadelphia. I wanted to build something that was interactive, reusable, and useful. And I also wanted the design of my website to be clean and almost minimalistic, making sure to pick a calm color palette and not create designs and animations that take the focus off the main points of my website. Furthermore, I wanted my website to be incredibly easy to use, with as little friction as possible for the user to navigate between pages and use the site's features. But I also wanted the experience to be enjoyable by adding subtle animations and transitions that the user would appreciate without consciously acknowledging. It was vital that I made my website mobile user-friendly. I envisioned a user of Trees at Philly to have the website open on their phone, walking the streets of Philly and identifying leaves on the go. This meant that I needed to make my site fully responsive, and also, I needed to make sure not to use any heavy or unnecessary technologies, therefore making my website as fast as possible. This meant using only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript without any unnecessary frameworks, and utilizing a simple Google spreadsheet paired with an API for my database. The focus of my website went through many iterations. I considered topics such as air pollution, wildlife, and climate change, but ultimately decided on trees. I made this decision since I thought it struck the right balance of being educational, interactive, and opening up the most opportunities for design. I also considered many different features of my website, such as using 3D models of trees or having complex animations for visuals, but I ultimately decided against these ideas as they were either unnecessary or unimpactful to my design goals. In its current state, Trees at Philly is a useful tool for anyone to learn about trees in the wonderful city of Philadelphia and give back to their community.